Hello, this is your reading, and this is the Awakened Jenn. So, today we're going to be talking about manifestation and our abundance. I'm going to try something different. I'm trying a new spread called the Abundance Spread. And let me just read it to you a little bit, what we've got going on. Let's talk about manifesting. As you know, making your request, feeling the energy of having your request come true, and then letting it go and leaving it to the universe to decide how things come to pass is the formula for manifesting anything in your life. Remember, are you asking about a specific type of abundance or abundance in all things? Money, love, free time, family, joy. What are you asking about? What kind of abundance are you looking for in your life? Be specific as you can with your ask question. All right, so we've got 5 cards that are going to be pulled with this spread. The first one is my current relationship with abundance on the topic that you are interested in, okay? How to get myself into alignment is the second card. The guidance, what do I need to do? What energy do I need to add or integrate that I am currently missing right now? 4, current blessings I need to be more grateful for. And 5, what am I also attracting by shifting this energy? Okay, so money, love, free time, family, joy. What specific type of abundance are you needing in your life? So I think for today, and maybe we can make this, we can check in more often with this if you like it. So please comment below if you do like this spread. Okay, but I'm thinking that money. Let's just go with money because that's the first one on the list, and I think that is when people think of abundance, that's sort of the first one that people, kind of consider. Even though abundance looks very, very different for all of us. We could have all the money in the world and still be miserable because in order to keep that level of money, we have to work ourselves to the bone, and you never have any free time. So free time becomes very valuable at that point, more valuable than money, right? Time is more valuable than money. But also when you're in, really toxic relationships, you learn the value of having a very healthy relationship when you're in a toxic family environment. So abundance really does look different. It is not just money. And today, though, we're going to talk about it because I know that that's just sort of where we all sort of first go with that. Also, I'm going to pull one card from my Infinite Wisdom of the Chakras, and we're going to see which chakra we need to be activating and what we can do about that in order to help us bring in our abundance for money. All right, so we're going to use the Lightseer Tarot to pull the 5 cards, and we're going to pull one card from the chakra just to see what we can be doing, which chakra needs to be activated and aligned in order to help us bring this about. Okay. All right, so as I am shuffling, I'm going to set some intentions for this reading. And I don't think I've used these cards before, so I will show you. Here's the back of these cards. And then the front, there's just cards that match up with each of the chakras, and it just tells you different ways that you can integrate it. All right. So, all right, I set the intention that anyone who comes across this message will find something in here for them. There will be a message in here for them for their highest good. I set the intention that anyone who needs to hear this message will find it at just the right time for them. I set the intention that all messages that come out will be for our highest good. And I set the intention that I will be given very clear messages, be given the right words, metaphors, and anything needed in order to express this message as clearly as possible so that it can be received in the way that it was intended. All right. Okay. Then I also want to say, if you have not already, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe to this channel and like this video. That will help more people find my messages and help this channel grow, and I would really, really appreciate it. And of course, if this message is helpful to you, please share it with someone else that you think that it might be helpful with as well. I do other messages throughout the week, and I do zodiac readings once a month, so you can check back my page and see what else I have going on. All right. Really excited about this spread. I love trying new spreads, so like if you have any questions or any ideas of what you think would be interesting or fun to try, let me know. Like, give me your questions, because I have tons of spreads. I've got books with spreads that will answer just about anything that you might want to know. So I would love to start hearing from you guys and seeing what it is that you want to know. What is interesting to you. My goal is just to help empower and encourage people with knowledge. Like, you cannot solve what you do not know. You cannot fix what you do not know. So this is just a gift of being able to see things before they happen, to kind of give yourself some guidance. Like, and what I like about this one spread too is that we're going in it knowing what we're actually looking for. This is what we want. We know this is what we want. Now, can you tell me, how do we get there? That's what we're trying to find now. All right, so let's see. Deep breath. All right, so what chakra needs to be activated at this time, and what do we need to do to help us bring in our abundance in money? What chakra do we need to activate? All right, what chakra do we need will help us most to bring in our abundance in money? All right, we've got the crown chakra. This divine connection is the bridge waiting to be crossed. The crown chakra. So we're going to work on our crown chakra. All right. And now then, let's pull the 5 cards to go with this reading. Okay. All right. What is our current relationship with money? What is our current relationship with our abundance in money? What's our current relationship with our abundance in money? Current relationship. Oh, we've got the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, so that's like missing some opportunities. Okay. How can we get ourselves into alignment? What do we need to do to get ourselves into alignment? Okay. Got the 8 of Swords, so let's remove some blindfolds and see things for what they really are. What guidance do we need to add or integrate the current? Okay. What guidance do we need? We've got the Knight of Cups in reverse. What current blessings in our finances and our money do we need to be more thankful for? Okay. 2 cards on that one. We've got Judgment and the King of Cups. Okay. Okay. And then What am I also attracting by shifting my energy in this area? What will I also be attracting? Okay. We've got the Five of Wands in reverse, which is typically conflict, but it's in reverse, so we'll see what that means, okay? Okay. So then, we've got crown chakra. This divine connection is the bridge waiting to be crossed. The gateway of unity and consciousness sits in the crown chakra, also known as Sahasra. I'm not going to say that right. I cannot say that right. Sahasrara chakra. Let's just call it the crown chakra. The 1,000-petal lotus flower blooms with lightness and space awareness. The color is ultraviolet, which changes from purple to white almost without detection. The crown chakra rules the spiritual center and allows us to connect to all that is beyond ourselves. This is the space of unity, enlightenment, oneness, and the I am presence. The qualities that flow through this energy center are higher connection, being one with all that is, and unity. The pineal gland is the golden egg of the conscious awareness, which sits in the center of the brain and connects us to that place in which the pineal gland is the golden egg of conscious awareness, which sits in the center of the brain and connects us to that place in the universe. The sound that resonates here is silence, like the sound of space, which contains all other sounds. I'm sorry that it keeps getting over here. Okay. When we are angry, the crown chakra closes, preventing energy from flowing in, which expands the energy of anger within us. It closes us off to source. It makes us feel very disconnected from each other. I'll go there in a minute. If you can't tell, it's coming in. Okay. We can consciously become aware of opening ourselves through the crown by using the pillar of light, meditation, and prayer. The crown chakra blooms open with subtle awareness of all that is beyond your current experience. This card is a signal that you may need to further expand your ability to connect beyond your physical reality. So I'm saying this is getting into some meditation. Do you remember that you are a divine being and soul having a human experience? You may also not remember the supreme support of the universe that is available to you today and always. Sometimes we feel stuck in our bodies, unable to rise to a higher level where we can see everything from a wider perspective. In the universe, there are no mistakes. We are part of the whole rather than an individual. Use this message as a guide to explore where you have disconnected. If you have felt alone or removed from source, like I said, anger cuts it off. Anger cuts you off from source. It makes you feel very disconnected from the rest of the world. Choose to reconnect now through imagining an ultraviolet light coming down, flooding the crown of your head right here. It's like it comes in just a little bit above and it floods in, and just imagine it going just straight down and anchoring you right into the earth. Take some time to let the light dissolve the blockages and feel yourself rising once more. Having a conscious awareness of the crown will assist you in keeping it open and allowing energy to flow to you effortlessly. Power statement. So ham. I am that. I am that. So while I was reading that, clearly I was having just lots of messages coming in that kept trying to come out. But anger disconnects us from God. It closes us off at our crown chakra. That's where everything is coming in at. That is where it all comes in at. And I mean, if you really understand, I mean, it's like the life source energy coming through to you. Cut off the life source energy. What do you start feeling? You feel drained. You feel drained and down and depressed and all of those lower vibration, experiences. That's when that starts coming in, when anger cuts us off. And as I keep saying, is that when we feel cut off from God, that's when we're able to disconnect ourselves from the other person and not be able to see that other person as another perfectly imperfect soul on this earth, as another truly, human being, divine being. That's when we start really. And so this is a call to meditation, to help keep this space open, because I promise once this comes open and you start seeing most of these things that we get angry about have nothing to do with us. Like the actions that people take against you most of the time have nothing to do with you. It is their perception of you. It is their thoughts, it's their experiences, everything that has jaded everything in their life to make you fit into this, this is who you are box. But we know that we are way more complex than that. We might be the exact thing that they think that we are in that circumstance, but that's not all that we are. We are all way more complex, and we all have days where we're the villain, and we all have days where we're the hero. I hope we have more days of showing up as the hero. And if you're going to show up as a hero, I hope you're showing up as a hero in your own life first and foremost. But yeah, that's what was really, just impressing on me. The anger, it's just how disconnecting. And I mean, we see it all the time. Anger destroys relationship. Just think about it. What relationship can truly survive anger long term? There isn't any. So, our first step to our abundance is opening ourselves up to God, to connection. He wants to give us all the abundance and happiness, not just in our money. He wants to give it all to us. And so, of course, our first step is going to be connecting, reconnecting, making sure that this foundation is strong and letting that life source fill us up, so that once we are full of that, it's like we don't even care about the rest of it, because that's going to fill our soul so much that, anything else is cake, All right, let's keep going. So, pull this so I can see it. So my current relationship with money, abundance of money, is the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Ace of Pentacles in reverse is the need to create strong foundations to support your dream, risk of financial loss, missed opportunities, the need to prioritize being overly greedy, and missing the bigger picture. So we've been missing our opportunities, and probably because we've closed ourselves off from source. If we're closed off from source, we're not going to be receiving the intuition to know the guidance of, hey, follow this path. This is where I'm leading you now. You're not going to know that if you've gotten closed off to source. So our first step is going to be to start fixing this part, our foundation. We've got to set a very strong foundation. Um, and so, we've been missing the opportunities. That's why it hasn't come in yet. It's not that they haven't been there. We just haven't seen them. We haven't known them when they showed up. Okay? How to get myself into alignment was the Eight of Swords. Feeling stuck, a time to open your eyes to unveil the truth. Having more options than you thought, an opportunity to let go of an old story. What have you been telling yourself? What have you been telling yourself about your ability to even create wealth in your life? I think that the majority of us get into this space. I mean, especially if you grew up in a non-wealthy home, which I grew up in an extremely impoverished home. We did not even have a bathroom, toilet, running water. It was bad. An extremely impoverished home. So I know that I do have some financial blocks in my life just from that environment. Like, oh, we don't have the money to go, out to eat. I know that I will stress over things that aren't really that big of a deal. Like, I have wasted more money than some of the money that I have stressed over. And that's really dumb when you think about it. But it's because of those subconscious fears that have been placed on me since birth, of that lack mentality of just not having enough and fearing that I would never get to that place, or that maybe I don't even deserve to get that place, that it was only available to that person, or because they had the right parents, they had the right look, they talked the right way, they dressed the right way. You can talk yourself out of so many things. But it's not true. It's not true. Those are all just beliefs that you have put inside of yourself. But let's look at the reality, and that's what this is saying. Open up your eyes. See what is true. The truth is, you have more options than you know. The truth is that when you step back and stop stressing over it, and just allow whatever answers to come in. Because this went along with one of the messages I did yesterday. But when we're talking about when we get too much in our head, we're too much in the past, about what went wrong in the past, and we're too worried about what's possibly going to happen in the future, we're missing intuition, because intuition happens right now in this moment. Right now is where you're going to feel it. But if your head is here, worried about what's happening over here, or there, worried about what has already happened, you're missing your intuition, which is how you're missing these opportunities. So we've got to get present, in which when we realign and get back into our bodies so that we can feel the little intuitive hits, then we're going to be able to see what's real. And what's real is that there are more options out there than you know. If you just open up your eyes. But you got to open more than your eyes. You got to open your mind. Okay. Guidance. What energy do I need to add or integrate that I am currently missing right now? We got the Knight of Cups in reverse. So that is missing the signs, protecting your heart, not being open to love, a player, a jealous partner, moodiness, sulking, negative emotions, blocking your progress, disappointment. So with it being in that position, and this being the card that came out, I'm going to say not going about this with rose-colored glasses, thinking that it's going to be easier than it really is. You are going to have to put in the work. If you want to see the full payoff, you have to do the work. Very few people will get a financial abundance just by sitting back and doing nothing. And how does that happen? You know, like an inheritance, but somebody has to die. You had to lose somebody in order to get that inheritance. Or they win the lottery, but you know, these people who don't have the abundance before they win the lottery usually end up broke again very quickly afterwards, because they weren't the person, they had not developed themselves as a person who could handle that kind of abundance in their life. So you have to understand that that is part of it too. Part of abundance is preparing yourself for that to be in your life. And I know of many times in my life that I have wanted things really badly, but I wasn't ready for them. And I didn't even know that until I got them later, and I realized what it actually took to have that in my life. And I knew, like, if I had had that years ago when I first thought I wanted it, I would have failed miserably because I wasn't ready. I wasn't developed as a person enough to be able to handle what was being given to me. I didn't have the skills yet. You know, I didn't have the confidence. So you've got to do the work. You've got to become the person that has the abundance. Do you understand that? That is a huge part of manifestation right there, is that it is not just you just put that thought, you actively become. So when you think about what does financial abundance look like to you, what does it look like? How many hours are you working? What kind of job are you doing? What does your house look like? What does your lifestyle look like? All of that stuff. And then think about, what does that person who lives that life, what do they look like? How are they dressing? How are they talking? Who are they talking with? What kinds of things are they reading? What kinds of things are they watching? Be that person. You start becoming that person, your abundance will start coming in, because you're aligning yourself with who that is. You're aligning yourself with the energy of that lifestyle. That's what it, so take off the rose-colored glasses that are telling you, you know, there's some sort of get rich quick scheme out there, because there's really not. We're not even trying to get rich quick. We're trying to find real fulfillment and happiness in our lives. And this is just one way of energetically helping bring that, is just the money, the financial piece. Let's solve that problem. Okay. Current blessings I need to be more grateful for. We've got Judgment and the King of Cups. So when I think of Judgment, and let me show this to you. This is decreed by God. I mean, just think, you know, we say, you can't judge me, God can judge me, right? Okay, this is God's judgment on your life. And God says you deserve to be happy. You deserve your abundance. I created you for good things. My life verse is, for I know the plans that I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you, not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. That's the judgment God has placed on your life. I have plans for you, and they are good. And the King of Cups came out with that. So the King of Cups is love, emotional intelligence, patience, experience, stability, and balance, creativity, diplomacy, someone supportive, being nurturing, and a wise leader. And the way that I just see this is that this is what's been being built in you, so that you can become that person who is aligned with your abundance. That's, you know, in alignment with your abundance is love, emotional intelligence, patience, experience, stability and balance, creativity, diplomacy, someone supportive, being nurturing, a wise leader. And there's another part of this that I'm seeing, is that might even be something that this coming out. Is that you might have a partner that is embodying this, that helps bring this with you. Like, even a business partner or something, but I'm seeing this more as this is what has been built in you. This is, like when we look back at all the lessons that we've learned, when we go through stuff, this is the gifts of what you've been through. This is the blessings that have come through. This is what has grown in you, evolved in you. And this is the alignment with your abundance. And we should be very thankful for that part as well. And finally, we have, what am I also attracting by shifting my energy? Which we've got the Five of Wands in reverse. And like I said, typically this card upright means conflict. So let's see what it means this way. An opportunity to collaborate. In group fighting or arguments, being overly competitive, not following the rules, a tendency to avoid conflict to your detriment. I support others and they support me, and we rise together in accelerated harmony. So I'm just going to say the first thing that came to mind when I saw this card, whether it was this way or this way, let me just say what I thought. The first thing that came to me when I saw it is the question is, what am I also attracting by shifting my energy and bringing in my financial abundance? Well, conflict. Like, what I'm seeing with this is that, yes, the bigger that you grow, the more successful you get, the wealthier you are, you're gonna have people coming out from the woodwork. And that's what that looked like to me. It's just people coming out from all over trying to get their hands on your abundance. So maybe I'm seeing this as a warning, just to put some protection up. Don't be just completely trusting of all the people that are, out there around you. Not everybody has your best interest. And when money is involved, I promise you, people get ruthless. I have lost lots of friendships over money. It just brings out such an ugly side of people. So let's even use it to caution ourselves that we want to be this, not this. So by bringing our financial abundance in, we got to be very careful to make sure that we don't let it change us into a negative way, and that we're very mindful about who we allow in our circle, because not everybody. No, some people just want to take, and they will take everything and then leave you right back where you started. So just keep your boundaries up and use wisdom. All right, I actually did like that a lot. And so again, if you did like this, maybe we'll try another one in a few days and see, what's the love, abundance in love, or abundance in our free time. Any of the other ones, I would love to try this one again. I did like how that went. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and like and share this with anybody that you think it might be helpful to. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day, and I just appreciate you spending some time with it. Thanks. Bye.